Hello dear viewers, today I'm going to install Doom 2 on this 486 at 50 MHz computer using an external parallel port CD-ROM. This is the quad-speed CD-ROM drive in an external enclosure. There are the parallel ports the printer passes through. This is the back of the computer and the inside. And this is the sound card I have inserted into the computer. I have disabled the internal sound card CD-ROM interface not to conflict with the external CD-ROM drive. The enclosure has a Shuttle EPAT chipset on the controller, and the driver has found the CD-ROM drive. The driver consists of two exe files. Now the ASPI driver is being loaded, and I still need a CD-ROM extension driver. The extension is being loaded. Now I can use the CD-ROM drive. As you see, the Doom 2 CD has some minor scratches on the data surface. Let's run the installation program. And I'm installing from the external CD-ROM drive, which is a quad-speed drive, to the IDE flash module, which has replaced the hard drive in the PC. Now the CD-ROM has some reading problems. However, it continues the installation with a graphical error on the screen, which might be an incompatibility of the graphics card or the data not being read correctly from the CD. Now the files are being unpacked already on the IDE flash module. That's why we don't hear any noise, because the IDE flash module is just a flash storage, has no moving parts. And we have an error, which means the data has not been read correctly from the CD at all. Now I'm just going to run a pre-installed copy of Doom 2 from the IDE Flash module, which I have loaded before the installation. I'm just going to run the Doom 2 demo sequence in order to see if it runs good on such a 50 MHz computer. The sound card has already been set up in the setup program. And it seems to be fairly playable, a good frame rate. Also, the MIDI music plays nice. Now I'm going to try to scan the CD-ROM disk surface using a simple program to see if there are any errors on the surface when reading. This is a quad-speed CD-ROM drive made by Mitsumi in 1995, which was one of the first CD-ROM drives that were compatible with the ATAPI standard. There is one delay when reading a file, which does not mean necessarily an error. The drive is fairly slow and silent. It's just quad speed and has no audio CD ripping capability at all. The enclosure is hooked up via a parallel cable which has 25 pins on both ends. And the computer has a standard parallel port which does not use EPP mode but the slower modes. Anyway, a quad-speed CD-ROM does not match the full speed of EPP mode of parallel port. There are some delays being shown when reading the files. And I'm going to do a separate video on this CD-ROM drive, the Mitsumi. It is the model CRMC FX400E, which is my favorite. Now it's reading a bigger file. But the Doom 2 CD is a CD which isn't fully recorded to the end, to the edge of the CD. So the CD-ROM does not make much of the sounds you could hear when scanning a fully recorded CD. The bigger files take a long time to read on such a quad-speed CD-ROM drive, but back in the day, in 1995 when it was made, it was probably state-of-the-art. And feels quite appropriate for such a 46 computer, or Pentium 1, let's say. And there are the results of the test. As you might see, the Doom 2 CD has some scratches on the data surface. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more next time.